Hello STISD parents. We welcome you to the next segment of STISD Connections. My name is Bethsy Charlot and I attend South Texas Academy for Medical Professions, also known as Medical Academy. Today you will meet Mr. Brad McKinney, Assistant Principal of Medical Academy in Olmito, who is excited to share important news about AP exams. So let's begin. Hello, Mr. McKinney.
Hi, Betsy.
Thank you for being with us on the segment. It's that time of year when our high school students are registering for advanced placement exams. We have a series of questions for you. So to begin, what are AP exams and what are the rewards of taking the exam or exams?
AP exams, the AP part of it stands for advanced placement. And advanced placement exams, these are done by the College Board. And the College Board, what they do is they organize both SAT, PSAT, and AP exams. An AP exam is essentially a standardized test like SAT is, but they're course-specific exams. And what they do is they allow high school students to earn college credit. And so that is the real benefit of taking an AP exam, which is earning either a 3, 4, or 5 on a scale of 1 through 5. 3, 4, or 5 are qualifying scores. And by earning a 3, 4, or 5, you then are allowed to have an opportunity for college credit, which is at the discretion of the school, but at the same time, it's almost a universally accepted grade.
Okay. So how does a student register for an exam, and what is the cost of taking an exam?
Well, they register through what we call our total registration, which is an online company that actually coordinates the payments of the exam. So essentially what the kids do is they go onto our website, go to our homepage, click a link, and they can go through the registration process, which allows them to pay either by credit card, by debit card, or they can even mail in a money order. And the exams cost $93. If you're free reduced lunch, they are discounted considerably.
Okay. Is it possible for a student to register for an AP exam that they have not taken a course for? And what would you advise the student to do to prepare for it?
Good question, because that happens every year. A student will come in and want to take, for example, a AP psychology exam, which we don't have a course for that. So yes, the short answer is yes, we do allow kids to sit for an AP exam that they're not enrolled in. But what that really does, first off, they need to have some strategy for them to be successful, because these are college level exams. And I didn't mention that at the first part of the question, that these are rigorous exams, so they do have to prepare. A lot of outside reading is necessary. So we have databases, we have library databases that allow kids to prepare by looking at online exams, looking at content. We have books, reference books in the library like Barron's, and we have Princeton Review. So kids are going to really have to take it upon themselves to be self-directed, to give themselves a good opportunity to make a qualifying score, to make it worthwhile.
Yeah, okay. Are there any distinctions, like should a student do well on an AP exam, and how would these distinctions benefit students applying to universities or colleges?
Well, the first benefit is a qualifying score will allow them to not have to take that college level, usually an intro class for that course. So the benefit is immediate. You save money and time by making a qualifying score. Now the distinctions are, if you actually earn multiple qualifying scores, you can, like yourself, Betsy, who've already scored, I think, 2 qualifying scores, you're ready for an AP Scholar status, which is a real distinction because it lets college admissions officers realize that you're a student that's up to the challenge. You've taken AP courses and pre-AP courses throughout your high school career, so it really does distinguish you from your typical college applicant. And so the different distinctions there are AP Scholar, which means you've got 3 qualifying scores or more. You then bump up to AP Scholar with Honor, which is 4 qualifying scores with an average of 3.25 on all the exams that you've taken. Then you have AP Scholar with Distinction, which is 5 qualifying scores with an overall average of 3.5 or better. And then the final distinction is a National AP Scholar, where a student has earned 4s and 5s on 8 or more exams. And we have had students here both at Medical Academy and across the district that have achieved all of those distinctions. So we're real happy to know that kids have really responded to the challenge of the AP program.
Okay, that's good. Well, what tools or resources should students utilize in preparation for the exam?
I mentioned just briefly already about the library databases are real important. First and foremost, it happens in the 90 minutes every other day in these classes throughout the year, and being serious about doing the things that teachers have recommended. The fact that teachers place a value and importance upon their instruction where they involve AP type questions in daily lessons and in exams. That's an important thing, is to follow the direction of the teacher every day that you have that course, and prepare outside of class, do the outside readings, and access those databases that I mentioned earlier. There's EBSCO, there's SHMOOP, and there is Gale. These are all databases that the library has subscriptions for. Our district has promoted this over the years, and we really highly encourage kids to go out there and actually check out these exams that they're going to be testing in. And so, they can do this throughout the year. They don't have to sit for an entire AP exam all at one setting. They can do it in bits and pieces, but it's important to know the format of the test, and going in there and actually seeing the rigor and being able to see that early on, and not just have it be something late in the spring where they see it right before the exam. So it's an ongoing process where kids need to value that outside preparation, which means going into these databases and checking out Princeton Review and Barron's and different 5 Steps to a 5 is another resource that's real important that you probably have actually used in your preparation. So the things that you have seen that have been successful, you probably will agree with me when I say it's those outside readings that are real important, and not waiting too late, starting early and being consistent throughout the year.
Okay, yeah. If a student is experiencing financial hardships and cannot pay an AP exam fee, who may the student speak to for guidance or assistance?
Well, first off, we never want to see a student not sit for an AP exam because of a financial hardship, number one. So if a student does need some financial assistance, they should go to their guidance counselors, and that's the first step towards seeking help in that regard.
Okay. Are there any last words of wisdom that you'd like to share with the district parents?
Well, I think that I can't emphasize this enough, that it's the culture of our district and our campus here at Medical Academy that really does set the tone for valuing the AP program and the importance of AP exams, because these are, one thing I haven't mentioned already is the fact that kids that sit for AP exams are much more likely to finish college in 4 years or less than those that haven't experienced the rigor of AP. So that alone, regardless of qualifying score accomplishment or not, just sitting for those exams is important. So our district has made it a priority and a goal for every one of our students that is in an AP course, sit for that AP exam. It's actually a 100% goal that we have. And I'm happy to say that our participation rate has been up over 95% over the last several years. So our kids do follow that goal. And the challenge is to improve our performance, and it's improving every year. This year we're shooting for over 200 qualifying scores as a campus. So we're happy to know that the culture that's been established, which is teachers testing in the AP format, having College Board type of questions daily, and having that instruction match the high level of expectation on a weekly basis and on a daily basis is important. Having Saturday prep sessions, which I know you've attended in the past, are important. That lets kids know that we want to see you be successful. Now, in the end, it's about parents and teachers and students all buying into valuing that process and knowing that you can be successful. So it's not something just for a certain segment of our school to value, it's for everybody to value. And so I think that school culture is real important. So we're happy to see our kids rising to that challenge.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. McKinney, for answering all of our questions and offering such amazing tips.
Thanks, Betsy.
This concludes our segment on AP exams. We hope you found this information helpful. Please feel free to visit our website at www.stisd.net and each of our high school web pages for more information on registering for AP exams.